Hold on.
All right,
Hold on. You ready?
Yes.
Pledge allegiance to the flag
flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The curls. Yeah, the little rings.
Roll call. Open Public Meetings Act, statement.
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was forwarded to the official township newspapers, posted on the bulletin board and township website on June 11, 2021. This meeting is being videotaped and will be on Channel 9.
Good. Roll call.
Mr. Doyle?
Here.
Mr. Deegan?
Here.
Mrs. Pesh Wilson?
Here.
Mrs. Flame?
Here.
Mayor Bruno?
Here. I need a motion to open the first public portion for resolutions and ordinances below.
I make a motion that we open up the first public portion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good evening, Mayor. Harry Kennedy, 1578 Fry's Mill Road. First of all, I want to congratulate the Township Committee for upping their appearance by 100% this week. Congratulations.
We're a lot better looking now.
Spur of the movement.
Secondly, I'm sure due to the time constraints and the weekend, the emergency resolution, has that been posted, Mr. Mayor? Or
Yes, it was.
Yes.
so the public doesn't have a chance to look at the resolution prior to the vote, or
Was it posted?
It was posted, I said.
it was online?
Yes.
The agenda wasn't, the resolution
It was
was.
sent all to...
What particularly do you have to vote on tonight in that resolution, Mr. Mayor?
Brandon?
So particularly, until the Township Committee passes a budget, it's a matter of course that the Township has to up their temporary budget in order to satisfy the current needs of the town.
Okay,
So that's
the
under
current
statute.
expenditures statutorily that have to be met, and there's nothing out of the ordinary.
From my review from being here for now 6 days, no, this is one of the items that I reviewed with the CFO, and we came up with these recommendations for the Township.
Okay, and in order to meet your fiduciary responsibility, it was necessary to do it at a special meeting instead of waiting until the next Township Committee meeting? Was it within a time frame that would have caused a revenue problem?
Not immediately, but
Down the line?
down the
it
line
might
it
have.
would.
Okay. Next question I'd have to ask is, Mr. Deegan, are you voting on this resolution?
Why wouldn't I?
I thought that for some reason you were excluded from voting on budgets.
No, that's not the case.
No, you've gotten a legal opinion that you're capable of voting on budgets?
There was no opinion given either way, Mr. Kennedy.
I remember the last time, Mr. Deegan, although it's been a long time since there's been a cocktail party anywhere, you said you got the advice at a cocktail party that you were able to participate in budgetary matters.
I did not say, well, I got it at a cocktail party, sir.
Yeah, you did. You said you had it at a
Okay,
cocktail
here we
party at the League of Municipalities. I'm sure that tape's available, Mr. Deegan. Your memory fails you a bit. So you are eligible to vote. You've gotten a legal opinion that that's within your purview. You're sure? You're not going to answer?
No, I'm not answering you.
No? Not going to answer?
No.
So you are going to vote?
You bet I am.
Good. And the other thing I wanted to ask Mr. Deegan is that as a part of an LLC that does business with local fire companies, do you feel a conflict of interest in any way in any budgetary matter?
I'm not part of an LLC.
Not part of it?
No, sir.
Don't work for it?
I work for it, but I'm not a member of it. I'm a paid employee.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're quite welcome to.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Cindy
evening.
Marks, 330 Oak Avenue. I'm just going to ask regarding these emergency appropriations. They're like, you just passed one last week, and you keep doing this over and over and over. Have you guys met, or, to discuss this budget? And when do you expect? I know that I saw that we're going to cancel some meetings over the summer. There was like 3 meetings that I think you're canceling.
Correct.
So when exactly are you going to have time to go through the budget?
So specifically, until the Township Committee adopts a budget, they are required to increase that budget on an incremental basis as they go through the year in order to satisfy the needs of the operation of the town. It spells it out that in the state statute. Once the township has an adopted budget, then they cease to need an emergency unless there's something that was not budgeted within in the budget, and then they can apply for an emergency by going to the DLGS. I have been reviewing files that were left to me by Mr. Sullivan. That's Sullivan?
Salvatore.
Mr. Salvatore. I did input all operational requests into the admin system today, and the next week I'll be working on revenue to review so that we can put together a budget. I met with the auditors yesterday so that we could review the 2020 AFS. My hope would be at the earliest, the July meeting. At the latest would be the August meeting to introduce a budget.
Mr. Umba, we haven't met. Like I said, I've been a resident here for over 40 years. Welcome to our township.
Thank you.
I wish you the best. I do have a question, though, since you're reviewing it. I know you've only been here, what, about a week? Okay.
6 days.
6 days.
Okay, 6 days. Okay, well, that's good. Hopefully you'll be able to get this budget under control, and we can have it on a regular basis. You've been, if I'm not mistaken, an administrator at 2 other townships, correct?
That is correct.
When do they normally have their budgets ready by?
Typically, I try to have my budget review to the Township Committee at their reorg, and then with the hopes to introduce in March and then adopt in April. Typically, the state has a statute that talks about introducing in February and adopting in March. However, the DLGS usually extends that with a local finance notice into later months.